It's 2:24 and I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to be able to get as much work done before class as I wanted, which sucks because I class till 3:30. I have so much time, but I don't know what it is. Like, the gym just takes so long. Getting ready, being at the gym, shower, get dressed, that just takes up so much of my day. I'm gonna get ready and do some makeup, and I want to talk about my college experience and how my freshman year has been going. I want to do a whole video like at the end of the year recapping and talking about, being in college, because so many seniors right now are figuring out where they're going to college and deciding. I just know how nerve-wracking that is, and I remember like how I felt this time last year, having no idea where I was going to go to school yet and trying to pick schools and figuring out where I'm going. And the last video I posted, I was literally talking about this, like, oh, I'm going to Virginia Tech, and just talking about college. And now I've actually been here and I've done it, and I've been here for like, this is my last semester, we're almost done, and that's really crazy. First things first, use your resources. College has so much to offer, and really take advantage of it. My last day of winter break, I was going home the next day. I spilled coffee on my MacBook, and it was a lot, and she did not turn on. I literally thought my life was ruined because pretty much all my work that I do is on my computer, and MacBooks are expensive and college is expensive. I was really upset. Here at Tech, they have like a technology lending thing, and so I would just use the computers, and you can get them for up to a week at a time. I know not everything you can get for a week. I would just use that for a week, turn it in, next day get another one, and I did that for a while. But I was able to get my MacBook fixed. I didn't have to buy a whole new one, which I was really, really worried about. And now she works perfectly fine, but I was doing that for a while. And they have cameras, and this is a camera that I really, really want. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I have it for a week. I can obviously get it again, but I just want to film with it, see how I like it. And I'm filming this camera, and it came with the tripod as well. But I don't know. I feel like it doesn't stand up straight. I feel like this is better if you're like this, but it doesn't stand up straight. So I'm using one of my tripods right now. I'm kind of all over the place, but I want to talk about college. First off, my major, I don't know why I picked it. Like, I genuinely don't know what my thought process was. Never in my life have I been into journalism. I'm really into film. I really wanted to go to film school. When I started looking at applying to schools and doing it, I was like, I don't want to do film. And film school is so expensive. And I was thinking about like careers. I guess my major now, you could say it's useless and like, oh, I'm not gonna have money and it's the most stupidest major ever. I was just worried. And so I went for multimedia journalism, and I literally hate when people ask me what my major is, because I say that and they're like, what is that? And I'm just like, I barely know myself. I just kind of knew that's not what I want to do. I will say my major has gotten me interested in sports journalism, and I have a job now with HokieVision, which we'll talk about that in a second. So I would say I am really into sports journalism and stuff like that, but I think at the end of the day, I love videos and I love social media. So I'm changing it to advertising because marketing is in the School of Business, and I don't want to take business calc and all those like business prereqs, but I'm doing advertising. It's in the School of Comm, so that would be really, really easy to switch my major because I'm still ahead. I don't have to worry about, going back and taking classes that I missed. Class-wise, I took 19 credits fall semester, and it really was not that bad, and I took 18 credits this semester. I don't think I'm gonna do that again. It's not that I can't do it, I just think it's not necessary for me, especially like I came in with a bunch of credits already, like I'm already pretty ahead. I just always feel like I need to do so much, or I feel like I'm not doing enough, and it's like I could take 12 credits and I'm still fine. I'm still on track. I'm still gonna graduate. Like, I don't know why, but I just always feel like I have to do the absolute most, otherwise I'm not doing enough, or like I always have to be super ahead or I'm behind. And I just was like, it's not that deep. I don't need to do that much. And then also I realized is that as like the years go by, the classes will be harder and more demanding and more work. Fall semester I got lucky because I was taking 19 credits, but some classes I had no homework, just exams. Other classes I had lots of homework. Other classes we did nothing. So it kind of balanced out where it didn't feel like that many credits. This semester I definitely felt it more because I felt like all my classes I just had so much to do. I was talking to my advisor and she was like, do you still want to take 18 credits next semester? And I was like, no, I'm just gonna do 15 because I really don't need to do that much. And with my schedule, something about going to class, like so many people would say this, they're like, college is not like high school, like you don't do an 8 a.m, you're not going to do that. 4 classes in a day is crazy. It really is. I'd rather take less credits and really put in all my effort and like show up to every class than to take all these credits and then I'm just like, skipping all the time. To be fair, I skip class to be more productive. Sometimes I would be in class and I would literally feel like it's a waste of time. I don't need to be there, and I would literally skip so that I could just be in the library and do work and study and get ahead on other stuff. I haven't officially changed my major yet because I missed the deadline when I finally was like, let me just change it. But over the summer, I'm gonna change it to advertising. It really doesn't change anything because I won't really take classes for my major probably till like spring semester, hopefully. But so far, all my classes have been good. I really love school and I love learning, so I really like my classes, especially my pathways, which are like your gen eds. And I feel like taking APs really helped. I didn't even take a lot. I think I took like 7. That really, really helped, especially with classes that I don't really care about. I do have a minor because it's required. I think if you're in the School of com, you're required to double major or have a minor. I'm doing visual arts and society because credit-wise, it's really easy. A lot of the classes I was gonna take anyways are with the minor. I took intro to cinema last semester. I also took like an art history class. I'm taking another art history type class. Next semester, I'm taking another like cinema class that's 3 hours long. And then I'm taking like a digital photography class. Like it's a lot of art. And then I also took intro to Africana studies, which I had to take for Ujima, the LLC that I'm in. And I know there's like psychology, sociology, women and gender studies in there as well. I love art. Like if I could, I would be an art history major. I love art. I love writing about it. I love studying it. It's really cool. And I love film. So I'm able to like take cinema classes where it's more analyzing and watching film than like producing it, even though I like doing that too. At least for me, college work, it wasn't really a huge adjustment. I think from taking AP's honor classes, the amount of work hasn't really been different. It hasn't been too difficult. But again, I know it's just my major. I have plenty of friends, trust me. I go to Virginia Tech. A majority of my friends are engineers, computer science, pre-med, whatever. So I know that their workload is definitely different than mine. But I would say I still have work every single day. Like I don't just, oh, I have no work, I have nothing to do. But it's definitely manageable. Being in Ujima really helped because when I moved in, I did vlog a little bit of it, but then I got depressed. Like once my parents left, I cried. I did not think I would cry because I was so excited for college. I couldn't wait to be on my own. I was not sad at all. Like I knew I would miss, my friends, my family, but I was not sad. I was excited. As soon as I left, I cried because reality set in and I knew this would happen. Like I feel like for me, I can't process something until it actually happens. I cried and I was so depressed and I was like, I'm gonna have no friends. I'm a social person, but I'm also very introverted. Meeting new people is kind of hard for me and I can be kind of shy and like quiet. I was like, I'm gonna have no friends. I was in the bathroom. I was like, I'm just gonna take a shower and go to sleep because I don't know what to do with my life. Like everyone's out and like I just moved in. I don't know anybody. My sweet mate, she came to the bathroom and I was like, oh, this is so awkward. Like I've never like lived with like another person. And then she talked to me and we were talking. We were both saying how like nervous and scared we were and like all the feelings, and it was so nice. And then after that, I'm in Ujima, a living learning community. It's amazing. I actually really love it. It really helped me my freshman year. It's based on Black culture and history. This is a little promo. If you're thinking of coming to tech and you're Black, African American, or a person of color, you also do not have to be Black. You don't have to be Black at all. I do want to preference that. Like it's open to absolutely anyone. But I know as a person of color coming to a PWI, that can be shocking. That can be a lot. And so if you want to be with, people that you can be really close to and feel like you have a community, I definitely recommend applying to join Ujima. Again, a little promo. And we had like Ujima orientation and that really helped. And that's how I made all my friends. And we all live here. We all live in PY, Pedro Yates. The first week is like weeks of welcome. So there's no class. It's literally just events to go to meet people. And I'm still friends with these people to this day. That really helped me. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to be alone. Like I really thought I was going to be alone. And that really helped me make friends. Like socially, being in Ujima really helped. I think if I wasn't in Ujima, I don't think I would have the experience that I'm having right now. I think it would have taken me a lot longer to make friends. I think I would have felt pretty lonely and isolated because for me, like I love my alone time, but I think sometimes it can be bad because then I isolate myself too much and it's like, okay, you need to get out there. I will say though that I do want to work on branching out and meeting people outside of Ujima and making more friends with people in my major and like in my classes. But I do want to meet more people like outside of Ujima because it can feel like you're living in a bubble because you literally are with the same people 24/7. You guys live in the same building. You hang out. You go to Melanin Monday. It can be a lot. So I do want to like branch out and stuff. Coming to college, it's really easy to feel lonely and feel like you don't have anyone, especially if you're in a new space with new people. So I really suggest joining an LLC, joining clubs, sorority, fraternity, whatever you want. Like finding your people, finding your community. There's so many clubs and communities for you to join. Like there's something out there for everyone. Work, like I said, HokieVision. I'm actually really proud of myself because as soon as I came here and I found out about it, I was like, I want to do that. And I'm doing it now. And I'm really happy. I worked a football game and that was the coolest night of my life. And I was like, this is so freaking cool working with television. And I know that I said I'm not into journalism, but I think like sports journalism, like ESPN, ACC Network, you're working with people who like, this is their job. Like they packed up to head to Miami for the next game. I love doing like behind the scenes. Like I don't really like being in front of the camera, especially because I personally don't know a lot about sports. Now I do, like now that I'm working in sports, like I feel like I should know something about it. I don't really want to be in front of the camera, but I love being like behind the camera. And it was the coolest night of my life. I literally just did like lights. Like I was following around this reporter that I literally see on TV. And I think that's so cool. And like she follows me on Instagram, like, and I would just follow her around whenever she would do her little hits. And I would do the lights behind the camera. And it was so cool just like seeing how she does her job. And then the people I was working with, a lot of them did HokieVision. They told me about it. They're like, if you like this, you should apply. So I emailed the the people. I literally like searched up every like video, photography, production team for the athletics. I emailed all of them. I was like, hey, this is me, this is who I am. They literally ended up reaching out to me once they were like onboarding and getting new people in. I met them and they were talking about the program, and then I started shadowing, and it's been great. I'm still doing my shadowing shifts. I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I have one more, and then I'll be done because you have to shadow 10 unpaid shifts first. And the fact that it's unpaid is not great, but I've learned so much. I've literally learned so much about journalism from actually like doing it rather than like the classes I've taken so far. Like I've literally learned more from HokieVision than my classes. But to be fair, right now all my classes are like the comm classes for communication. I feel like there's a lot of other things I can talk about that's like nitty gritty, but I think I won't do that until the year actually ends. I will say time goes by so fast, like scary fast. I feel like I just got here yesterday and so much has happened since the year started. Now my freshman year is almost over, and that's really scary because that means senior year I'm gonna be graduating from college like before I know it. College has been so great and I love it so much, but I think after winter break I've really like mentally and like motivational wise I've gone down a lot. Like winter break I came back and I just had so much anxiety because I was just really depressed because I think I just started to realize things, and I started to like really be like, oh, like I don't know if I like this, or like I don't know if this is for me, or like I don't know. I'm trying to be vague, but I just really realized a lot of things. I think the battery is getting low. I think this is about to die. I think that's what it's telling me. I've been yapping for way too long and it's now 3 o'clock. I almost have class, so I'm gonna go. And I was talking a lot and I think my mind was going all over the place. I don't know when I last filmed. I think it was like 2 days ago. The battery did in fact die midway when I was talking. I think the last thing I was talking about, I don't even know what I was talking about, but I think I was talking about like transferring and feeling like so low. Bro, tell me why these past few days have literally been so amazing, and it's just been like, oh, I love this school. Because I do. I wanted to like record and talk more because I didn't plan out like what I was gonna talk about. So then I was kind of just rambling and I was all over the place. Okay, first off, today they're doing Gateway, which is basically like students, prospective high school students come and they like spend the night here and they're with a tech student and they have a whole plan. Like they do stuff, but then they're like with a tech student and they get to like sleep in their dorm, and then we're having a whole gateway party in Squires for them to all go to, and then a bunch of like D9 sororities and fraternities are supposed to stroll and perform and stuff, kind of for them to like get a day of college, which I wish I did that. Like a lot of this stuff I didn't even know like tech did, and so I wish I did it. And like BCI, I wish I did that because I feel like that would have really helped me. I mean, I literally took a tour and I knew like, okay, I want to go to tech, but I took a tour when there wasn't even people here. Like I didn't even see what life was like. I just saw the school and I heard about it and I was like, I want to go here. But I feel like doing something like that would have really helped. So Gateway is going on, and then today's also Admitted Students Day, which I remember I went to last year with my friend Gina, and we went just us two. Basically that's like all the students that have been admitted to tech. They haven't committed yet, but they've been admitted. They come and they do orientation. So there's so many parents, there's so many families and students. And so today for Ujima, I did the Hokie Focus table for like an hour, and we were just talking to students and their families about what Ujima is and stuff like that. But a lot of my friends are doing Gateway. And then today is also the big event, which I'm not gonna lie, like it's such a big thing here, but I was like, what is it? Basically with different groups or organizations, we go to like Christiansburg and you do different like casts for the people. Like you could mow their lawn, or like, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but they just go into like the residential areas and they just do whatever houses tell them, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not explaining it right. But there's so much going on today. There's so many people here today and it's such a nice day. Like the past 2 days it's been so cold and snowing and hailing and like sleet, but today is such a nice day. It's so sunny and bright and beautiful, and there's so many people outside, so many people are playing, and I'm like, this just makes me love college. And I was just so happy talking to students, and one girl I talked to is my same major. There's not a lot of people with my major. That's like the thing that I don't like a lot, is that you talk to people and you don't really find a lot of people. So like we had the same major, and I was like, oh my god, like I want her to be in Ujima, I can be her mentor. I think a couple days ago, this is why I wanted to record, because I was doing something and my friend was like, I could really see you as a teacher. And like literally that's not the first time someone has told me that. Like I remember I was doing a project for AP Gov. One of the teachers, I've never had him as a teacher, but he was our advisor for the Black Student Union, which I was like the president for. So obviously I knew him and I worked with him a lot, but he was never my teacher. And we had to go to his classroom to like present our little thing for our political party project, whatever. And at the end he was like, have you ever considered being a teacher? He was like, just the way you speak to people, it's very engaging and like opening and like you're like so relatable to people. It was like my favorite compliment ever, because I feel like that's not something I ever talk about, and I don't like, people don't know that. So when people are just like, oh, like you would be a great teacher, I'm just like, thank Thank you. Like I would love to teach in some aspect. Like I feel like that is my calling and that is my passion. Like there's something about that I just love. I worked at Kumon for a really long time and I want to try to work there again this summer, and I loved it so much. Like I just felt so connected to all the kids, and I love anything teaching, like not even just school, but when I went to the gym with my friend and like she was like, oh, you're literally like a personal trainer. Like I love like taking people to the gym who haven't been or like they don't know, and like helping them with form or like machines or what exercises to do. I don't know why, but I just feel so like fulfilled when I'm just like helping people or like guiding people, if that makes sense. Like I don't know what it is, like just connecting, because I literally am such an anxious person. I hate not knowing things. I hate not having the answers. I like feeling connected to people, and I like making people feel like heard and understood. And I think that's also why I wanted to be like a counselor, to like help people, or even like a therapist. Like I don't know, but I don't even know like where I was going with that, but I just feel so called to do that. And I was like, dang, like I want to make content that's meaningful to me. Like I love vlogs and I love videos, but I think I definitely want to incorporate like, you know, being engaging and being like, how can I help people? Like how can I teach? How can I be more connected through the screen? And I think part of that is just like being open and honest and being like, you know, everything's not perfect. Because I think the reason why I wanted to talk about like not always feeling fulfilled in college, or not always feeling happy, or being really depressed, or just feeling like lost and lonely, is because I feel like at least on my social media, like I post when I'm with my friends and the pictures we take, and I know it looks really fun, and a lot of my family or friends back home will be like, oh my god, you look like you're having so much fun. And like I am having so much fun, but it also sucks sometimes. I also feel really lonely sometimes. I easily get depressed. I easily feel like not motivated to do literally anything. I feel lost. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do after I graduate high school. Like I hate when people are like, oh, what do you want to do with your degree? Like I don't know. That's why I'm in college, to like figure it out and learn. Like I literally want to do everything. Like I don't know what it is. Like I want to do so much, but it's like I can't, you know? I have so many interests. I have so many desires and passions, and I'm like, but what do I do though? And like I feel lost all the time. I compare myself to people all the time, and I'm like, oh, I don't have an internship. I just always, I don't know, I always feel like I'm not doing enough. And I think that's why I wanted to talk more about like college not always being great, because it's really easy to romanticize or make it look like, oh, it's super fun, and then there's like stuff going on. And I guess that's why I want to talk about that, because like low-key I feel like I can look at my social media and it could look like, oh, I'm having the best time ever, which I'm not having a horrible time, but you know, there are times when it's really, really bad. I wanted to end like on a more positive note, because I think when I was recording, I was like very anxious and stressed about so much, but now it's the weekend and I'm chill and I'm having a great time. And next weekend I don't work at all, so it'll be a fun weekend. I don't know if I'm even gonna post this video because it has no context. Like I literally just am like, hey, I'm borrowing this camera, let's film, let's chit chat, let's talk. Also guys, I've been on my TikTok game recently, and I've been posting a lot of gym content because I've always wanted to make more fitness videos and workout videos, but I've been like scared to record in the gym. I'm actually proud of myself because I've been trying to film myself and my workouts to just like, what is it called? Exposure therapy, and just like make myself do it. And then when I went to the gym with my friend, I like pulled out the tripod, like I even had it like super high. I think I'm getting more and more comfortable filming and like having my tripod and stuff, but obviously I don't film every single time. If it's busy or there's a lot of people, like obviously I don't want to be an inconvenience to others and like be in the way, or like when the gym is super duper packed and I'm like setting up my camera, like no, like guys, like we have stuff to do. Okay, it's literally 4 o'clock. I'm gonna leave for work very soon. I'm gonna change my shirt. Last time I worked with In Venue so we could wear tech gear, but today I'm working ACC network, so I'm probably just gonna change into like a black shirt. I'm probably gonna wear leggings. I think I might just change my whole outfit. This is what I was wearing. I had on my little Ujima shirt. Guys, if you want to learn more about Ujima, just let me know because I will promote. This is what I was wearing. I just had my little our Ujima shirt on, which is actually really cute, and then I had on these jeans, like whatever, and then my hokas, which are so comfortable. There are so many tours going on right now. This morning when I left, I opened my door and there was like all of these people in front of my door, and I was like, what's going on? And then the mom was like, oh, sorry. And I'm like, no, you're fine, you're fine. She was like, oh, you weren't expecting this, were you? And I was like, no, I didn't, because no one told me. No one said in the group me we're having tours today, and it's like so many people. This whole hallway was blocked off. I told my friend to meet me at my door. She's like, so I literally can't walk to your door. There were so many people. Hopefully they're gone now, because it's really embarrassing. They're like talking and I'm like, oh, sorry, like excuse me, like let me just get to my room. And there's like so many people. But yeah, the tours definitely caught me off guard. They're literally everywhere, but it's really cute. Also, I wish we did the tours because they talk about PYM, but they don't even like know what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna go to work. I thought about like bringing my camera, but I can't can't really film what I'm doing, and especially because I'm shadowing and I'm not like a regular, okay, I don't know why I'm still talking to the camera, but I don't know. I'll catch you guys. I don't know if this is the end of the video. I don't know if I'm gonna keep recording. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't even know what this video was. Go check out my other socials. I post a lot on my TikTok. I'm not very active on here, but I will try to be. That'll be my goal. I don't know when. Maybe next year. Next year when I come back to college, because when I'm home, I'm not really gonna be doing anything interesting that anybody cares about. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me talk. If you made it this far, you're a real one. So thank you.